Get it?
Ha 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 ha.
Pokemon. Anyway.
So, I guess I'm ready to start if you guys are ready to start.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You alright?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
Oh, okay. No, we're good, apparently.
Okay, then. Welcome, guys, to the 40th episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast for December 1st.
Anniversary.
That's right. That's why we asked our favorite people on the podcast. You sound displeased.
Yeah.
No, I just don't know why you would choose us. That's fine.
Because we don't know anyone else. I don't know. It's hard to deal with the people in the Europes.
Yeah.
They're too far away. The time difference is awkward. You're great guests. The last podcast you guys were on, our best viewed episode of the podcast ever. We were fucking like
5 views?
No. It's like 700.
We've been on this podcast before?
Yes.
Twice.
Twice. Okay.
Because you're thinking about the TPS podcast.
Okay. Third time's the charm.
Maybe.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right, take it off, Ryan.
So,
take it all off.
You guys released Paperboy this week, like your triumphant return of doing an actual video.
It's wow. First off,
jeez,
wow.
all right, wow, we're really sick of that sassiness.
It's our.
Are you trying to tell me that JFK Reloaded was like a real effort?
Wow.
Come on, I used to do Let's Plays too. I know that shit's useless. You don't do anything to do that.
Are you saying assassinating the president didn't take much effort?
Yes.
That was tough.
Because as you can see, it was enough problem for us to even attempt it, and we barely did it. That guy got it in one shot. He is the real winner of the day.
Yep.
Whatever. We released Paperboy 3. What of it?
It was good. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. You guys seem to have gotten a lot of traction with that. Didn't Shittaku post you something?
Shittaku?
Shittaku.
Yeah, I got us, what, 50 views. So that was cool.
Taco posted it, and we got 10 views from that. And Topless Robot posted it. We got 3 views from that.
And Ain't It Cool News posted it.
We got 2 views from that.
2 views from that.
The AVGN reblogged it, and John Romero and a few other people. We got.
And then
6
nothing
views.
happened.
Yeah, then nothing happened.
I saw the John Romero one, and that's interesting because that dude like doesn't do anything anymore besides buy his antique gas station stuff.
He does Twitter. And Polaris pushed it and all their stuff. And we got 18 views.
That was nice of them to do nothing.
So we had so much fun. So no, it took a long time to do. We were working on it for 4 months on and off, and the goal was to shove it in everyone's face when it came out. So I think we did a pretty good job at that. So, we'll see where it goes in the next week or so. Now that people are coming back from vacation or whatever. But yeah, thank you for liking it, sir.
You're welcome. So, Black Friday was on Thursday.
Yeah.
How many people did you guys trample to death?
20.
I wish we did that.
Well, at my size, I trample most wherever I go. It's a curse.
Because your legs are so long.
It's true. Like a rhino's long legs, right?
Yeah.
Is that the giraffe?
Hippo is like replaceable with rhino. They're like the same.
That's the most dangerous animal in Africa. It kills more people a year than any other animal. In
that shit's
Africa.
actually really fucked up. Have you seen videos of them like eating stuff?
Well, you know the board game Hungry Hungry Hippos? It's like that, but instead of the white balls, it's just like African people's heads.
So why aren't they brown?
Because, well, the hippos are pink and orange and blue and green. So I don't know. It's like a fever dream. So anyway.
No, I meant like why aren't the little balls brown? Because it wouldn't be like Africans' heads.
Because they don't want to waste the money on brown paint.
Yes.
So anyway, where was I? Yeah, we didn't go out for Black Thursday. We didn't really do much, and we don't really have anything to buy or money to spend, so we didn't care. We watched all like those hashtag Black Friday fight trample videos and stuff online, but that's pretty much it. We didn't really care.
We think we had an idea for like what Black Friday should be. Do you want to let them know what it is? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
It was about how you thought that more people should die on Black Friday, like maybe 1 out of every 50 people, and
like at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then there was more to it, and I was like, wow, that's like Smash TV shit.
Oh yeah, it's like a gauntlet when you go to the store. Like you might get a really good prize, but you might get decapitated.
Yeah,
kind of like American Gladiators meets Running Man. It'd be fun.
So it's like if you escape the Black Friday, then you get all this free. Like you get all your gifts for free. Or whatever.
Toasters. Piles of money.
I think it'd be good population control.
That's
like,
what
people in the world.
That sounds like the last couple episodes of South Park, sort of.
Oh,
good South Park.
I haven't seen did the third one come out yet? I only saw the
No,
first.
it comes out I think next week.
Okay, I hope they give. But yeah, it's about the console wars, and the console wars are dumb because nobody's winning in this console war. It's like Vietnam out there. Everyone's at home going, "No, we can't be in this war," and they're just like, "We're pushing ahead with it. We should."
I feel bad for the veterans.
Yes, and then the veterans of the war being whatever. I don't know, but me and Jerry here aren't getting any new consoles until like another year or something because it's just not worth it. Jerry, aren't you buying a PS3 again soon? You're gonna have 2 PS3s.
I'm actually buying another PS3.
Yeah, so we have 2 PS3.
But it's gonna be a backwards compatible one. So
nice.
But
that's the way to go. Play those
if I had
PS2
to buy
classics.
Right now, I'd buy a PS4 because I don't have a Wii U or an Xbox One. But there's still no really games for it out yet. And honestly, I've been playing more Pokemon, and so I already have a 3DS. So it's like the 3DS won the console war. The PSP Go won the console war.
Dude, the 3DS is sick, but like the Wii U is very much following in that kind of path where it's getting all the good games now, like the games that you expect. You just did that Nintendo video for Super Mario 3D World with Underbelly. Did you play 3D World? Because that shit is like a bundle of joy. That game's so fun.
Yeah, I played it they sent it to us early so we could like study it and like talk about figure out what we're gonna do, which took 35 seconds when I said, "Hey, look, Pal Box. Hey, look, Double Cherry." We figured it out pretty quickly with the guys and or whatever. And
I just think it's funny how awful all the other contestants are.
Did you see the other videos in that contest?
Oh, they're awful.
No.
Oh, I saw Jared's.
Yeah,
Jared's.
I think there's like 30 out there. Like Mega 64 did one. Well,
that one was funny.
They didn't really care about them.
I saw that one. They put the cat next to the TV.
Or like there's parkour ones and all that bullshit like normal. And they give people $500 to do it. I'm not sure I'm even allowed to say that, but they give you like a stipend to do it. And I don't think they spent that money on
doing the video
parkour or parkour. And I like Pro Jared's one because he's clearly in a Garfield suit. You said it was Garfield?
Yeah, it was a Garfield
It's
suit.
like a Garfield suit. Where like if you look like Brennan Floss's in our video where we actually made a green Luigi cat suit. And I was like, that's the extra mile I like to see on the internet. So I don't know, like I think
to be fair, Mario's cat suit is yellow.
That's true.
But he's Luigi, didn't you say?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, no, Mario's
he wasn't
is yellow.
Well, in Pro Jared's he wasn't dressed as like anyone.
Yeah, well, he's also a thin, tall guy. So
yeah.
I figured more Luigi.
Who looks like a Dahlia Rose.
Where I was already a Mario.
He could have been Peach.
Oh, man. I was playing that game.
She's tall. She's really the tallest of them.
That's true. Well, she has heels. I was playing as Peach when we got the game to bring it back. And what was I doing as Peach? Doing like the floaty thing, like from Mario 2. And I was like, sweet, I like Mario 2, so I like this game. And I like the one for the Super Mario 3D Land or whatever it was on the 3DS. So it was a good blend between that and the other games with the 4-player and blah 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 blah. But it was fun.
This feels like the best combination of kind of like that classic Mario side-scrolling meets 3D. Because like Mario 64 and like Super Mario Sunshine and pretty much all the other 3D Mario games don't really follow that Mario kind of formula that you expect with like the flagpole and the castles and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
But this is like that perfect kind of blend of like all the 2D elements with
I think
3D.
They did a really good job. Their only downfall with it, I think, was not putting making a version for the 3DS, because I think that would have been sweet to kind of follow suit. Because now I got to get the goddamn stupid ass Wii U to play it or whatever.
Well, the Wii U has some actual games on it now, though. Like, I think there's probably 8 games on that now worth owning. Like, 8 actual games, which is more than you can say about the PS4 and the Xbone, where it's like both of them have maybe a game that's actually I think, fun.
Because I don't like their dumb handheld thing. Like, honestly, it'd be cool if they made a Wii U Mini, kind of like they're making the Wii Mini, but you can use your 3DS as the gamepad, if that makes sense. I thought
that makes sense. I've been using it. I don't mind the Wii U gamepad. I like it for some stuff. I like it in Zelda a lot. Like in Wind Waker HD, because it just makes like your map and inventory management and everything just like way smoother. Because you're not like, let's open the dungeon map and then fucking navigate through like 10 screens and you're like, look at it for 30 seconds, close it, move one room, let's look at the dungeon map.
Well, I always liked the Wii because it had the Wiimotes, which is very phallic to me, and we're both heavily gay. And whereas the Wii U,
you're heavily gay. Because you're heavy.
Because I'm heavy. Because that's nice. And the Wii U gamepad kind of looks like a big maxi pad to me, and I'm a woman hater, a misogynist, if you will. So I'm not too big on the Wii U.
Wait, the what looks like a maxi pad?
The Wii U gamepad. It's like that shape.
It looks like a maxi pad at all.
Have you ever seen a maxi pad?
I
wear them because I have diarrhea a lot.
Good. Get out of your system.
Yeah, I got it out of my system. Right. So what are we talking about? See, Underbelly should even. I don't know. We don't have a lot of views on that whatever video, but
it's almost up to 10,000.
Yeah. But it is cutesy and.
No, and I don't usually like Underbelly stuff at all. I mean, whatever. Like, you know, a lot of them are my friends or whatever. So.
I get what you mean by like you don't like the stuff just because like it might not be what you enjoy personally, even though you can kind of appreciate that there's like an effort there.
And I don't like things that like we use the word pander, but I don't like things that pander to an audience or whatever. But and then that's totally what it is, 100%. Like that's just what Underbelly is. But I definitely like I watched that one and then I watched all the other ones and I went. Yeah, there's no way this isn't 10 times better than any of the other videos that are out there. Because you watch the other ones, and it just turns into, especially the black comedy nerd ones, and like just like everybody's videos are just, they're horrific. Like they're all like either have like inside jokes about their own show, or racial humor, or they're way too adult for what they should be, or they're making fun of the product. It's very like. Whereas, the Underbelly one is like, it feels like a commercial. Like you watch it and you're like, oh wow, this feels like Nintendo made this because it's cutesy. There's absolutely no language barrier to it at all, and that was a big thing when I watched it. I was like, wow, well, Japanese. You're gonna be in a boardroom. You're gonna be with all these Japanese guys. But you're not gonna want to watch the black comedy nerd video where he makes racial jokes. And they're just gonna be like, we don't get this at all. This is not within our capacity of understanding at all, because he's a fucking idiot.
I'm glad that's outside their range of any. Considering they have anime and vending machines that pump out poop into your mouth.
Well, it's different. It's a different culture, but it's not a culture that's gonna know what the word brother means or whatever.
Yeah.
Like how
it's completely. You got to think about something that can. That's not culturally,
it requires like a cultural context behind it. Like how, for example, like I used to live in Mexico. Fucking Mexicans don't understand sarcasm. Like it's not part of their culture, and so you're sarcastic, and then they're just super offended or really confused.
Yeah, you say the word stupid in Japan. Or you use the Japanese word for stupid, which is baka, and you use that in Japan, and you're gonna get your fucking ass kicked. Like that's how it works. Like it means stupid, but it means something much worse. Like it's a much worse connotation in Japan, and it's just stuff like that you start to realize when you learn a different culture or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a different world, and that's something you have to consider when you're making these videos for Nintendo. You have to make something that's going to be able to, apply to, these different demographics.
Well, not just that, it's also age range. Like
yes.
You wouldn't show that to your 7-year-old kid. I think one of the videos has people just straight up killing each other with like the hammers and the weapons and stuff, and like blood and stuff, and I'm like, why would they pick this? And then you get to that point where like, well, you're under pandering, I guess. Like you're not
really doing like the purpose of the project.
Yeah, you're trying to be funny, I don't know, whatever.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of the people were picked because they were the same people who were picked for like when they did the Wii U one.
Yeah.
And yes, it's the same
I think out of the 30 of that one, they only picked 15 to come back because a lot of people just straight up didn't do it. Like they just kept the Wii U. They like took the products and just said nope. And Nintendo's like, you owe us
a video. And so now they're just coming out with their videos from like last year.
Yeah, like a few people did that, and a few people were like I don't know. It's just the stakes are really weird. And I don't know. Like for us, for Underbelly, it was just fun to do, and it was technically our coming back video.
You did it in the Nintendo store too.
Yeah,
nobody else did anything close to that. They just did it in their living room.
Yeah, we tried to amp because Underbelly's always our first. I think our first thing has always been amping up the production value.
Yeah,
but that's usually the last thing on Silvermania's mind. So
no, but I mean...
Well, I mean, not in that case.
You're just, like, doing stuff that's fun and who cares?
Yeah.
That's what it is. So when people go, oh, wow, an actual thing, I'm like, yeah, but we didn't try all these times.
Regardless, with Underbelly, I think the goal for that...
Get mad at us.
That channel is to just only pump out skits maybe once a month, and then on the off weeks, it would be, like, behind the scenes and stuff like that. Yeah. That way we can all still doing our side projects, like Silvermania or otherwise, and still do our jobs and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, and at the first... Yeah, I know you. At the first... the first time you sense that it's going to be an issue or people are going to start arguing, you said you're out. So that'll be interesting.
It's been a fun ride.
Sure has been a roller coaster.
Sounds super fun.
Yeah, you know it. So what else do you usually have, like a list of things? Shit or what?
I feel like there's a rapport between us, and that the list is not super useful. But I got something that you guys might be interested in that is video game related. In fact, if you can do it, you should try to find the game just to play it, because I think you would enjoy it. There's a game that came out this week, or I guess last week at this point, called Ash's Cricket. And it was released and then canceled. The game was canceled after its release because it was so terrible.
Sounds awesome.
Ash's Cricket?
Oh,
yep.
Yeah.
And they're refunding everyone who bought it on PC, and all of the console versions have been canceled.
How can you still get it then?
There's probably a torrent of it somewhere. Once it's on the internet, it lives forever. I think.
Well, first off, 80 people, 20,000 times more popular enough. I've already probably Let's Played it, or they're going to, or whatever. Second, it's like cricket, like the baseball game.
Yeah. It's like based off the Ash's Cricket license.
It's like the National Cricket Association. Whatever.
It's like the Australian English Cricket League that exists, and they use their they use the actual official license to like make that game, and it's apparently just the worst thing that's ever happened.
Well, it can't be any worse than other games that are coming out. At least it has that awful credit to come out, kind of like Big Rigs Over the Road Racing, or like Typing of the Dead, where it's so bad it's great kind of a thing. So maybe it has that going for it.
But Typing the Dead is purposely bad, kind of.
Well, it wasn't purposely bad.
It's not even like it's bad. It's just like it's a typing game.
No, I saw it pop up on, I think, Facebook or YouTube or something, like someone was playing it or whatever, and I was like, whatever, it's another video by what's his nuts, I don't know. So no, I didn't hear about that, but thank you for telling me. We're pretty excited over here.
I just don't think I've ever heard of a game being canceled like after it's been released on anything. Like they're not like, they don't just like release it on one platform. They're like, The 4 other versions of this game have been canceled. Good day.
If they were smart about it, they would release it again in like a deluxe version and make it just say whatever and just make as much money as they can so they can make
Fix
another
nothing.
game. So some DLC
On this DLC.
exclusively for the Ouya.
Man, that's a thing.
Yeah, Kieran just got one.
Our friend Kieran got one. And he won't
let's
shut up about
start
how
the revolution.
Awesome it is. He's like really excited about it.
I think he's joking because
he has to be joking because there's only one game for it that's any good apparently, and it's Towerfall, which comes out on PC in like fucking 2 weeks or some shit like that.
So is it all like a joke?
Yeah, because he has Battlefield 4 on the TV from his Xbox or something, and he's holding the Ouya controller like it can play Battlefield. This is the greatest.
Oh, see, I thought he was like being serious.
He was joking.
Oh.
So he's gonna return it? Like
No, he's gonna keep it because like it was super cheap. I think because they're
$100 at retail.
Yeah, and,
but like. Okay, a week after that thing went out to like Kickstarter supporters, which is like 6 months before it hit retail, I was in Value Village, which is like a giant thrift store in the city that I live in, and I saw 2 of them. I was like, this thing's been out for like 3 days. Like,
the same thing happens to continue.
Wait. What was it? An online thrift store? Or like you were just walking around a thrift store?
Like I was walking in a thrift store, and the Ouyas were there.
Dad, you take a picture of that shit because like we go thrifting all the time and we barely see anything that was created after 2002. You know?
No,
unless it's
I think.
Madden.
And this was like the week that they got shipped out to the people who bought it on Kickstarter, which was 6 months before it hit retail. Which means someone kickstarted this, had it for like 30 minutes, and went fuck this, and took it to a thrift store.
Sick up the shit with fucking Kickstarter, and then the Retron 5 got pushed back. But at least they're making money off that. It's not a Kickstarter thing, but I think it is. I think it's not. And but all these different Kickstarters coming out for video projects and all that, they're all awful. So I think the Ouya is a good example of
why not to do that.
When like all the hype comes in and then everyone's like, ah, shit, I better bring it to the Goodwill.
That company purposely spread some pretty.
Yeah.
Like vile hype. Like they blatantly lied. Like they're like, what games do you want to see come to Ouya? Battlefield 4, DayZ, and it's like all of these high-end PC games. And like, yes, Ouya. Okay, the $100 Kickstarter Android console, totally gonna play this shit.
He has like a cell phone processor in it or something. It's like
it's weaker than a fucking Tegra processor that you see in like all the Nvidia tablets and shit.
Right.
That are like $300. So it's like.
Do you know anyone that ever got the Nvidia Shield? Was that released?
It's out. They're still trying to sell that. I don't know. I didn't buy one.
That's such a dumbass idea. Dumbasses.
Okay, it's basically got the same thing that like it's like the PS Vita for PCs instead of PS4s because it's about like remote streaming from your PC. But I don't know, just fucking play games on your PC if you're gonna play games on your PC.
But anyway, that's dumb. You have anything on the Shield, Jarrett?
What?
See?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a good point.
I never heard of it.
Yeah. This week, my friend bought an Xbox One because he's fucking stupid, and
is it already broken?
No, it's not already broken. But I was over there like to play games. That thing was an assault on all of my senses. It was like every game we played has microtransactions in them. Every single one. All of them. Fucking absolutely all of them. We played Crimson Dragon, which is made by it's the spiritual successor to Panzer Dragoon. Awful, awful game where a lot of the features are just behind like paywalls. Like you can't even get at them.
That game already costs like $70 too now, right? Like the games are getting more expensive too.
Yeah, but I think Crimson Dragon was like a $40 title.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like, you don't buy a fucking game and then be like, you can't use this part of the game unless you pay money for it. It's like, but this was a retail game. Like at least free-to-play games tell you that they're going to be charging you. Like, they're very upfront about how they handle their microtransactions. But, like, you look at Forza, the Forza game, there's fucking cars in there where it's going to take you, like, 100 hours to unlock them. But they're like, you could pay us $35 for the car or get it right now.
Oh, so it's just like goddamn mobile app games. It's like Angry Birds.
Yeah,
Star Wars.
Every single Xbox One game was like that. Fucking every single one of them.
First off, I'm sick of any Xbox launch title like Crimson Skies, Crimson Dragoon, Blood Wake, like I think those are all games for the Xbox. Like the Xbox is the worst goddamn system ever. And as someone who is a total PlayStation kid, and to go for the PS2 and people are buying Xbox, I'm like, ew, fuck you, Microsoft, for making a retarded looking giant box green thing and then making it so my sweet ass Halo marathon games are no longer on the Mac. That's another thing, but that's different.
They're on the Mac.
No, the freaking
they're on the Mac.
Halo was supposed to be on the Macs, and then Microsoft bought out Bungie, and then Bungie only started doing stuff for Microsoft. When Marathon 2, the first Halo was ported to the PC and I think the Mac, but that version was so fucking broken, and the only thing good about it was you could hack it. You could hack it for fun, multiplayer online. That was all you could do.
The modding made that game good.
We've had this conversation before.
We've always had this conversation.
Yeah.
2 was on it as well. I know 2.
Yeah, like ported 6 years later, and they're like, if you want to play this on PC, better get Vista. And it's like
games for Windows Live too. Have fun with that shit.
Dude, they just closed that shit down finally. Oh my god, that was the worst service ever.
With the Xbox's problems, Windows 8 and Windows Live and all this stuff, Microsoft is just fucking phoning it in.
Dude, Windows 8, I just upgraded to that. I really like it.
Really? Well, did you have it in stupid ass fag mode, or do you have it in like normal mode?
I have it set to always boot to desktop instead of going to like the app screen.
That's true.
And then in desktop, you just like put your mouse in the top right corner, it opens up a search bar, and then I type what I want to open. And I just hit enter.
Well, yeah, I can do that now on my search bar in the start menu. I can type things in. Like,
yeah, but it's just like more responsive. It's just faster. I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I like Windows 8. I like that it's really low. Like, there's not much overhead for it. It's really low overhead. It's just really responsive and fast and clean looking.
Well, have you tried putting any like Adobe programs on it or anything like that?
Yeah, I've been running Premiere and Photoshop and Audition and stuff on it. It works way better than Windows 7 did.
Really? CC?
Good.
I can finally fucking use the constant frame rate recording in XSplit and have it actually record at a constant frame rate instead of randomly between 19 and 30, which means that I can actually edit the fucking podcast in Premiere.
And that's based on the operating system, not your new version of Adobe?
I'm using the same version of Adobe that I had before.
You're using CS6?
Yeah. I'm still using CS6.
Okay.
All I did was just upgrade my operating system because I had to change motherboards a couple weeks ago because my motherboard just like died. So.
That sucks. R.I.P.
Well, what's funny is that Mac was fucking it up too, and they
ruined Final Cut like completely.
I don't really care about that, but they started doing the OS Mavericks, which is like the newest update to everything, and the day after, I'm getting all these calls from my client or my one of my bosses because I work at home, and he's like, "Hey, don't install Mavericks," and I'm like, "Well, I already did, but it's on my like other computer, like I use a PC to actually work on," and he's like, "Yeah, none of my Adobe programs work, like they all just stop working."
To be fair,
nothing on the computer's working, and I'm like, "Are you serious?" They're like, "Yeah, everyone's having a problem with this," and I'm like, "How did they not?" How?
To be fair, Adobe has basically not been working correctly on Mac since Steve Jobs was like, GPU acceleration? That's fucking stupid. Who needs to do that? And so your render times in Premiere are like 10 times longer than they are on Windows.
Now he's dead.
Now he's dead, and they don't have any of the Adobe stuff working. So fuck it.
Fuck you, Steve Jobs.
I watched that Ashton Kutcher Steve Jobs movie. That was awful, and they lied about a lot of stuff. Yeah. They didn't talk they implied that Steve Jobs came up with the idea for a GUI operating system and that Microsoft stole it from him, when it's really well documented that Xerox just gave it to both Bill Gates and Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
And they made Steve Wozniak look like a retard who didn't do anything at all related to Apple. He basically started Apple by making all of the products.
I like Steve Wozniak because he's crazy nowadays. And he like prints his own $2 bills to put in circulation and stuff because he's like, they're legal. I'm nuts. Like I bought a $60,000 printer and I just make them. It's already tripled its money. Like, okay, man, that's cool. Like, I guess like when you're a billionaire, you can just do things like that. But like if you're gonna watch that, just watch fucking Pirates of Silicon Valley. That's a good ass movie.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean 2. End of the Black Pearls.
I don't think there was any good movies this year besides like Gravity. Gravity was cool.
Gravity was good. There's this movie. It's only on Netflix. I've only seen it on Netflix. It's called what was it called? What was the Europa Report.
Europa.
Oh, like I know the movie that you're talking about, where it's like half documentary style, kind of.
Yeah, it's really good.
I will.
Super slow, like awesome, like it feels like a science fiction movie. I don't know. Justin hasn't seen it yet, but
I thought Gravity was good. I liked the best parts about it were the audio. Like it's a movie that I wouldn't want to watch on TV or buy, but seeing it in theaters and IMAX and stuff was awesome. Like worth doing.
Yeah, I saw that in IMAX twice and it was just like mind blowing. So, but then watching it on a TV is gonna be like, well, this sucks.
It feels more like that classic going to the theater movie, kind of like stuff like Jurassic Park, Terminator, things like that, or like the old 3D movies where they like throw stuff in your face.
Yeah.
But no, it was really good. I thought the script was a little wonky, but I thought it was more artsy, kind of like same thing with like Prometheus, where it was way more of like an art film than it was like whatever. Because people always give that shit a hard time, but I was like, oh, but did you watch it? If you watch it with this angle, this new light, it's a little better. Yeah. And a lot of people are giving shit to Gravity, and I'm like, Sandra Bullock, what is space? And like, what the fuck do you know about astronauts? Fuck off.
That guy had such a hard time trying to get that movie made because all of, like the bigwig execs are like, why is it got to be Sandra Bullock? Why can't it be a dude? Why can't there be a person waiting for them on Earth? Like this long list of like shit where it's just like, here's all of these tropes that we always use. Use them, please.
Is no one is allowed to have suspension of disbelief anymore, and they put so many safeguards against that. All they do is create more plot holes, and you get movies like with Man of Steel, which I liked, had so many issues with it because they tried to dumb it down to a point where it got too confusing. It gets muddy.
That movie doesn't even. I couldn't even follow the story in that movie because like there was just too much random shit thrown in that they don't really decide to ever talk about. Then I was like, look at all the buildings explode.
I think, imagine if that movie wasn't a Superman movie. If it was about like some alien planet that's like cool as shit, or like, you know, Earth from 1,000,000 years ago and they sent life to our planet to like hatch new planets or whatever, and it's about one of them coming to our planet and the war is here now. And doesn't have superpowers, he just has like a super suit or something like that. Like I think it'd be like a cooler idea. It's like they put Superman in a sci-fi movie, and that's what confused the whole thing. So now you're going to take sci-fi Superman, which doesn't make sense, and then put him with Ben Affleck Batman, which I like the concept of that. But why do that? It's simple, because they just want to throw as many characters on the screen as possible, because the freaking Marvel movies are kicking the fuck out of DC right now, and that's the only reason they're doing this bullshit.
Dude, Marvel's got so many like projects going on. Don't they have like 4 new TV shows coming out next year on Netflix?
Freaking Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. sucks shit.
I think they have like a whole series exclusive. I can't remember what series, but
sucks shit because it's just like The Big Bang Theory. They just throw as many things in each episode, but they're not allowed to say certain characters' names, so they say like the Big Green guy. It's gross. And with Colston being alive or whatever the timeline is, they like made his death stupider.
It's like after Avengers 1. Yeah. And he's like, I died, but I'm here.
And then Iron Man 3, you're like, okay. And then like I didn't see either Thor movie or Captain America or the new stupid any version of the Hulk that wasn't the first Ang Lee. You won't like him when he's Ang Lee. So I don't know. It's just the Marvels have always been shit compared to DC. Like the DC comic movies, like The Dark Knight Returns and Year One and stuff, those are fucking awesome. Yeah. Even like Superman versus the Elite, All-Star Superman, those are awesome on Netflix and stuff. And all the Marvel cartoons, like I just do not give a shit about that stuff. And I don't want to go to the theater to watch the Avengers in 2 because every motherfucking asshole is gonna be in that theater screaming at the screen and being shitheads. Because like the Avengers made it cool for all jocks and everyone to be nerds, and that's our whole thing in general. But yeah, go movie. So anyway, all movies suck. The last good movie to come out in theaters was Dredd, right? Is that what we're going with? Yes, Dredd.
Dredd was cool. I kind of wanted to go see 12 Years a Slave, but
I didn't see that.
It's no longer in theaters where I live because, I don't know, movies that have heavy content matter, like, that require you to think and aren't happy don't sell well.
Don't worry. Noah's Ark's coming out soon.
Whoa.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be fucking sick. I'm super stoked to see Russell Crowe build an Ark.
Russell Crowe, and then you have a billion Academy Award winners in there from there. You got Anthony Hopkins. You have Jennifer Connelly. They just throw, like, if you watch the trailer, they just throw it in there. Our friends, the RL Knots, who did all the, like, a lot of the audio on Paperboy, they just made a trailer called Superboat that makes fun of the whole thing, where it's about
but it's like a party boat.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to build the world's largest, like, carnival cruise, and they have to, like, and he's trying to get the entire world on to have a party and stuff, and it makes a lot more sense than this goddamn. It's
there's stuff in there that I don't remember being in the Bible. Like, a bunch of barbarians show up to intimidate him, like, let us on your boat. I'm like, the fuck does this come from?
I get the Passion of the Christ. I get that. I saw it in theaters. Very funny movie. Very good for them. Mel Gibson's hands are the ones that nails that awful, awful Jew to the cross, because they cause all world wars, as you know, Mel Gibson says. And they're yeah, like that one under the radar is like you know, I saw it on Sunday at like 8 o'clock at night, and that theater was still packed like 10 weeks into it because all the religious people were still going to it. And I don't know if the same people are going to go see Superboat, or Noah's Ark 2 Cruise Control. Like, I don't know what the fuck they're like. I don't know how this got like. 'Cause
I like that it's like super dark and gritty, and I just don't like. I can already see it now. There's gonna be so many like children in the theater.
Yeah,
like
it suffers the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like everything has to be gritty now. And like it's Skyrim. It looks like a giant awful Skyrim mod, like that some fans made, and then they made it live action. That's exactly what it looks like. And like, I don't know, in Hollywood's like, yeah, this is PC. Let's check this off. Everyone's gonna love Superboat or whatever they're calling it. And I'm afraid Russell Crowe even decided to do it. Like
it's Noah's Ark, the Arkening.
Yeah. Well, Michael Bay presents Noah's boat, and there's meteors coming in. Like, all right.
Who's directing it?
Adam Sandler.
I think it's the dude who did Black Swan. I can't remember his name because it's kind of Russian.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
Aronofsky.
Yeah, Darryl Aronofsky.
Yeah.
I don't know, who cares? He did something else I liked. I don't remember.
He's not a bad director, but I mean, fucking Noah's Ark. Real deep story on that one.
That's true, but if they're like, hey, Justin, I'm like, yeah. They're like, do you want to go direct Noah's Ark? I'm like, how'd you get in my bedroom? I'm like, sure. Here's $70 million. Go fuck around with Russell Crowe and Jennifer Connelly's tits for a while. Like, all right. She was in that movie I liked, The Labyrinth, and what was that one with the drugs?
The
heroin one.
Who?
Requiem?
Requiem for a Dream. There you go, that one. And Anthony Hopkins is in it, fresh from his role in Beowulf, where he was a computer.
He was in other stuff since then, like that one with Ryan Reynolds, where he murders a woman.
Green Lantern, right?
Oh, fucking Green Lantern.
Was he in Green Lantern?
I saw, like, I completely did not, like the Green Lantern completely, like, went, like I didn't pay attention to it at all when it came out. All I knew is Green Lantern came out, everyone hated it, and that was it. Like, I didn't see any previews for it at all. So then, the other day, I was looking at something, and it was like, I don't know, it was like some stupid list of like movies that could have been good, you know, but they totally fucked it up. Like, it was like a whole thing like that.
The Green Lantern movie was never going to be good.
Yes, I looked at the preview for Green Lantern, and I went, oh my god, people went and saw this movie? I was like, yeah, I can tell from the preview was to make a movie look good, no matter what. And that just was like, I was like
this.
Ew.
So the Avengers Marvel is trying to bring in the Guardians of the Galaxy, which is the poor man's Green Lantern Corps, if you want to call it that. And where DC can't even get their own Green Lantern story right, which is Green Lantern's sweet, especially if you like. I'm not big on Hal Jordan, but if you get John Stewart, the Black Green Lantern, you get him as the guy from Prometheus, the captain, or the
he'd be great.
The commander in Pacific Rim, like that. Would be
awesome. What's that dude's name?
Black guy from Pacific Rim.
Yeah. He's also in Rock and Rolla, which was
and he's in The Office too.
He is in The Office. He's Charles Minor.
Charles Minor. I'm glad you know his character name, but you don't know his name. Like really like him.
It's Alba something or.
Oh, you guys have browsers. I don't open my browser because my computer might freeze again.
I don't want to type on my keyboard because it's mechanical and be loud as fuck.
Don't even care. So someone will figure it out for us.
Someone will yell at us in the comments. One of your fans will call me an asshole, say my voice is boring, that I'm putting him to sleep, and that I don't know his name, and that I should go shoot myself because I'm clearly depressed.
We don't have fans.
Who said that?
You should do all those things anyway.
At least 4 different people.
You said those pretty quickly, like that was your plan. Like, I gotta kill myself.
I just, it's like the most frequent comment we get. You know?
I'm sorry. Well, maybe you should try being more lively.
Yeah.
Actually, the last time that you guys were on, your fans only said nice things, or like the people who watch your things and then watched this because you were on it said only nice things. And I was super confused. And then I had like some nice quiet English boy on the other week, and someone called me an asshole.
Okay. I first off, yeah, you're right.
The people who watch
the people who watch your things.
We give them the name, the silver shitheads. Those pieces of shit homos. I think they're used to seeing a bunch of shitty assholes on YouTube and commenting and white knights and all that stuff, and they just don't care. So they're generally like really nice when they comment on things. Like Paperboy doesn't have, out of like the 1,000 comments on it, doesn't have one negative comment.
There was one today.
Oh, there was one today. Yeah, there was one today.
It was like sassy and dumb.
Yeah, he posted.
It wasn't even correctly written.
He wrote like
this. How come this video sucks? Cause there's no reference to Paper 2 onto it.
Oh yeah,
that's what he wrote.
They said, like, why isn't there any Paperboy 2 references in it? And then I wrote back.
But I was like, he wrote it like what I said.
And I wrote back and I said, because there's a clown on a unicycle in Paperboy 2. There's gargoyles that come to life. There's guys walking around with giant panes of glass. How you gonna do that? No, we're gonna stick to the first game that people actually played. No one played Paperboy 2.
And you said and besides, Paperboy 2 sucks.
Sucks shit.
You said sucks shit. Yeah,
I remember now.
You guys missed out on an opportunity, though. You should have put a dude who murdered a Paperboy by scooping his eyes out with an ice cream scoop. And then said, "We're getting the scoop."
It's a good one, actually.
Yeah, hire him as a writer, man.
Yeah.
Some guy, I guess somebody that Justin knows, he's gonna say, "Oh, my buddy, whatever." But, some guy that Justin knows, he's making a, 3DO exclusive video game of Paperboy 3 the hard way.
Only for the 3DO?
Only for the 3DO. And it's called Paperboy 3 the hard way, the movie, the game.
Or something like that. Yeah, he's working on it today. Like, he sent me images of it.
It's like really fun.
Wow, it's all polygony and like, I'm like, what's this for? The 64? He's like, nah, man, 3DO. Like, it won't play on a 3DO, but that's what it's supposed to be on.
It isn't gonna play on a 3DO?
How the fuck is he gonna do that?
Wouldn't he have to like make cartridges? I mean, obviously, you're just gonna have to use a 3DO emulator to play it.
Yeah. That's true. Well, we have a 3DO with this nice marble finish that it has on top.
Beautiful.
The fucking 3DO, Jesus.
Let's see. Let's else. No, I think that's it. What else do you got there, Ryan?
Man.
Hi, guy.
So I realized why Black Friday starts on Thursday now. Because on fucking Friday, the goddamn Grinch was playing on TV. Because Christmas is already here, motherfuckers. Christmas was here 2 days ago, before December.
It doesn't start until we watch Jingle All the Way the first time.
Right, which is usually in August. So,
yeah.
First off,
so you're either 9 months late or 3 months early.
Hanukkah started on Thursday, on Thanksgiving.
No one's Jewish. No one cares.
Okay. And Ramadan's probably going on.
That's
Kwanzaa's
a thing.
All year for me.
But Christmas is supposed to start on like the 3rd of July. Or I mean, not July, January. I'm sorry.
It's
in the scriptures.
in the scrap.
Half my family's like super Catholic and celebrates in January.
My sister was born on Christmas, and she gets no presents because everyone. So that was always fun growing up. And my birthday falls in between all the holidays, so I'm raking it in.
Yeah, I'm in April.
It's in August, so it's like whatever.
Yeah. Are you an Aries? Are you
Yeah, I'm an Aries.
Me too.
That's why I like to punch people or make fun of them and hurt their feelings.
See?
It's just a thing we like to do. Plus, I've been terribly desensitized by the internet.
I'm Leo. I'm a leader.
Okay, first off, none of it matters. We all know what Carl Sagan said about it.
It's true.
That's why, because I'm totally desensitized by the internet, probably much like Justin, yesterday I was making Paul Walker was too fast, too furious jokes.
Too soon. Too fast, too furious, too soon.
Everyone jumped on that.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It was gone.
It was like my whole Facebook people. We were watching Bloodsport last night, and I'm looking at all the comments during the slow, stupid girl scenes in that movie that no one wants to watch, and what was it? I'm like, wow, if he fell, and then 2 minutes later, it was all just other stuff. Like it just like bulk, and it just went down, like it flushed down the toilet. Because like
that was like the fastest like celebrity death morning jokes like cycle I've ever seen in my life. Because by the time that I like heard about it, it was over.
Okay. Mind you, Vin Diesel didn't die, and they made the post about it because like I think they got to spin it. Like no offense to anyone, whatever, but like they're like, oh, he died on his way to an event, like a charity event.
From a charity event,
some sort of like car show kind of thing in the first place. But the car's crashed and it's like burning in the side of whatever, and you see a mile/hour sign and it says 15. I don't think that car is going 15. Like it was going.
Did you see the pictures of that car that they posted from today? The car was like crunched up and completely wrapped from like the back bumper was against the fucking tree. So it's like that car, and the tree was like pretty small. Like it was just like a palm tree, and the rest of the car was just totally wrapped around it. It's like that doesn't happen at 15 miles an hour.
When I saw that, like I think you said, you're like, oh, Todd Walker died?
Paul.
And I'm like, or Paul, yeah, exactly. Paul, was it? Shut up.
No, it's Paul Walker.
Is it Paul Walker?
It is Paul.
Exactly. Well, that's my point. It's like, who? Paul Walker.
I also had to look it up, and then I was like, oh man, that's gonna make that next Fast and Furious movie awkward.
Upsetting posts from everyone like, R.I.P. gave us some good movies. R.I.P. whatever. And I'm like, wait, the guy
Fast and Furious movies were never good.
Movies? We care about this guy?
Mind you, he wasn't in the best one, Fast and the Furious 3.
Which one was
Tokyo Drift.
That one? Okay, holy shit. I watched that this summer. It's not a good movie. But I like that. I like that in the last Fast and Furious movie. They're just like, we need to somehow tie in this side movie that we did. So let's make this dude's death now part of like the main canon, and just like tied it in. And then they're just like, Jason Statham's fucking gonna murder them all now in the new one.
We're talking about the main canon of the Fast and the Furious movies, which are a remake. Let me go over the titles of Fast and the Furious off the top of my head. You have Fast and the Furious. You have Too Fast, Too Furious. You have Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. You have the third one, which I think was just called The Fast and the Furious. And then you have Fast 5. And then what the fuck was the sixth one called? Exactly.
Too fast. The too serious.
I was upset when Leslie Nielsen died. Let's be honest. He was in a lot of movies too. Yeah, but no one cared about that when that happened. We're just saying.
But I saw a tweet that pretty much sums up why people cared, and it was from some stupid like girl, and it was Paul Walker was too hot to die. That's why no one gave a shit when Leslie Nielsen died.
No, that was on. First of all, he was hot, but he was on the Golden Girls. Goddammit! But what I'm trying to say is he was too hot to die, and that was our Twitter. We posted that. And first off, Vin Diesel's way hotter, and he's a very nerdy guy. He likes D&D.
Dude, that's surprising about Vin Diesel. And did you guys see the new Riddick movie?
No.
It was actually pretty good.
Sorry, the only Riddick movie I'm gonna watch is Pitch Black.
This one's a lot more like Pitch Black, which made it pretty good. He basically has he's the executive producer for it, and he basically has creative control for the series now, or he has some input, and he's like, I want it to actually be like the graphic novels, so it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not.
The game was good.
The game was good, but it's like all of a sudden this series that was like blatantly bad, just because like it was nothing like actual Riddick, but also just kind of like shitty Hollywood whatever, is actually pretty good. Like,
right.
It's not bad. That's a rental. That's totally worth renting. Or pirating, in the case of pretty much everyone now, because where the fuck do you rent a movie?
Yeah, and that's the trouble. Like, you buy you buy Netflix, and then you go on there, and you're like, oh, the thing I want's only on Hulu. Then you get the Hulu, and you're like, oh, I got to get HBO Go, which means I have to have cable. And now
have this conversation now that every cable company now is trying to get their own streaming service, so it's just going to turn into cable again. They're going to implode themselves, and now, thank God, we can just pirate things. I swear to God, freaking. Well, that's what I have. I have a Netflix and a Hulu account, and stuff isn't on either. And I'm just like, well, that's not fair. And then I realized, Justin's saying about how the Simpsons are going to the Fox is now having their own streaming service, and I'm like, well, there we go. Every fucking goddamn company's gonna want a piece of that pie, and it's gonna get so saturated and become so expensive that you may as well just get cable.
And no one's gonna license out anything they own to anyone else.
Right.
So. Amazon has a streaming service now, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
And they're, like, releasing their own shows on it that are apparently not good.
Netflix shows are great.
Yeah.
Like House of Cards.
House of Cards is sick. That was awesome.
Orange is the New Black is pretty good.
What's that?
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into that show yet. But, yeah, no, I'm excited about that. I don't know how into anime you guys are, but I showed Justin Kill La Kill.
That's a good one.
It's an awesome anime. You guys should check it out.
Do you use Crunchyroll at all?
What is it?
Crunchyroll.
Oh, Kevin was talking about that.
Yeah, buddy.
What is Crunchyroll?
It's like Netflix, but specifically for anime. I haven't checked it out.
Is there an app for that for the PlayStation and stuff, or is it just online?
No, I think there's an app for it. 'Cause I think I have it on my Xbox, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay, like, be a premium person to use it, which is bullshit. But I think
if it's on PlayStation, you don't have to have like PlayStation Plus to use it, because they've never done that with any of their apps.
I remember when they were I was at some anime convention, and they're like, brought to you by Crunchyroll. Here's the Crunchyroll table, and I'm like, what the fuck's a Crunchyroll? Like, something I'm gonna put in my fat gullet. And I went over there, and they're like, here, it's a piece of paper with a code. I'm like, this isn't food.
Yeah, well, Netflix's, like, list of animes is kind of shit, so...
Yeah.
That's definitely a good
Hulu's a little bit better.
Is it? I haven't
yes.
Crackle has Slam Dunk.
What? I don't know what it is.
Man.
It's a basketball anime from the 80s. It's awful.
Jesus. I started hanging out with this girl lately who loves anime, but she only likes slice of life anime. Holy fuck, I want to kill myself. It's awful.
I like
awful. None of it's good.
Girl.
So you were watching slice of life anime, and you decided, I'm gonna run this past the guys and make sure it's good.
No,
like,
it's not good.
Like, no, we love slice of life anime, Ryan.
It's awful. It's all awful.
Like what?
It's also why I'm
like
partially vegetarian at this point.
Fruits basket? I'm confused.
I only eat meat when I'm not hanging out with her, so that I can feel whole again.
Wait.
Yeah, like blood.
Last night I ate my first piece of pulled pork in like forever.
Oh. How was that?
Oh, it was delicious. Fucking
yeah, you're fucking damn right.
There's this place down the street from where I live called Pig. All they do is pulled pork. They have a pulled pork poutine. It's fucking delicious. It's poutine, but the gravy has barbecue sauce in it, and then there's pulled pork on it.
No, it's...
We're from America, not Canada, Mexico, wherever the fuck you're from.
Canada. They also made a cheeseburger that fucking blew my mind called the Nacho Burger. It's a 12-ounce patty with pulled pork on it, and then nacho cheese, nachos, and like pickled jalapenos, and like salsa on it.
Shut up! I just ate, and
it was like the size of my fucking face. I'm not kidding you. I bought that. I was like, oh, $10 for a burger. That's kind of expensive. Size of my goddamn head. Took me all night to eat that fucking thing. It's huge.
That's what she said.
I get that.
Aha.
What are you looking up?
Burgers.
Oh, burgers.
Dude,
Nice.
I want to drop out of university, abandon everything about my life, and just open up a place where the name of it, just a burger place. We only do burgers, no fries or anything. The name of the place is a pun regarding burgers, and then all the burgers are puns.
Like
So
Bob's
it's like Bob's Burgers.
Like Bob's Burgers, except
Real.
Ryan's Burgers.
and better puns. Like we could have a burger called the Barley
Vessi
Legal,
Burger.
where it's
Nope.
on a barley bun.
Well, I'm opening up my burger store with Jarrett. It's called Beef.
We're opening up a burger store. It's called Little Caesars.
Yes, Little Caesars Pizza Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
We were considering opening up a Little Caesars. We're like, that place would be perfect. Who do we talk to about getting a franchise?
Yeah.
And we'll just own a Little Caesars, and that'll be our web show. We just work at Little Caesars now.
You guys just operate a Little Caesars? There's a Little Caesars by my house who hired a homeless dude and pays him in pizza, which is highly illegal. You're not allowed to pay people in food.
We watched speaking of pizza, we watched the live show of the Ninja Turtles.
Was it awful?
The musical.
Was it mildly racist?
We're out of the Shells tour. They don't have their shells on in this.
Yeah, it's the Ninja Turtles live musical.
Yeah, look it up on you porn.
I know it's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's pretty upsetting.
Man. That's sad.
You guys care about Ninja Turtles.
I like Ninja Turtles, but everything regarding them in the last decade has been awful.
What about that TV show? That cartoon?
The new
TMNT.
one?
Well, that's for babies.
Oh.
I want dark, gritty Michael Bay style TMNT.
Alien TMNTs.
Yes.
Yeah, someone,
I don't even know why I'm sighing right now because it's a franchise that just never getting this shit about. So you know what? If it gets people upset, that's great. I'm so happy.
They can't do any worse than the series that they already have, like Transformers. They can't do any worse than rebooting Total Recall and RoboCop. They just come on, hit us, just do it.
There's nothing left.
Just fucking do it.
There's literally nothing.
Total Recall, like we all forgot that happened.
It came out last year.
Yeah, like
dude, I remember that because I watched it. I know what you're talking about now, man.
Exactly. Get your ass to Thailand. and
I feel like in the last 5 years, like geek culture has been sieged and kind of just like appropriated by everyone else in such an offensive fashion that like there's nothing left of it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's everything. It's and we talked about it before about everyone becoming geeks and everyone having their hands in the, like just too many chefs in the kitchen kind of a thing with all that crap. And I don't know. It's pop culture's been completely shot to fuck. It's
topsy-turvy.
It's gone. And you know, after 12 years of American Idol, and after 50 years of The Bachelorette, and after these Marvel movies,
years and years of The Voice,
it's now
Punk is dead.
Full circle, because now you're going back to you know, shows like King of the Nerds and all that kind of bullshit, which the ratings are off, or like The Tester. It's I don't know. It's like
holy shit, The Tester.
Oh
my god.
How, like a la carte, you have to pick your streaming service and stuff. Now you can only watch certain shows. You can be like, I can only watch these 5 shows because I know they're not gonna fuck it up. Like I can watch Parks and Rec and The Office and these animes and stuff, but I just can't turn on my TV. I can't turn on cable television without getting angry. You just can't do it.
You know what show is like the most fan servicey show while still being like not awful? Boardwalk Empire. They'll do anything to please their fans. And then every once in a while, they'll kill your favorite character.
I haven't seen it because Bug Eyes creeps me out. Well, no, I like Bug Eyes, but you know, I like the concept of Boardwalk Empire because I really like mafia movies and stuff. But I just haven't seen it because it's on HBO, and I like once it's completely finished, I'll download it for free.
At this point, internet. It's so long, and I think they maybe can only go for like another season. That it might be worth just downloading it now because they just finished their the season a couple weeks ago. But I mean, I know how you guys like to watch shows, which is that you like to be able to watch them completely.
Well, just like Kevin Spacey was saying about Netflix, like I'd rather binge watch something because, you know, imagine going through every season of Lost for like 9 years, like just watching it, and then they just dropped the ball the last season. Whereas
I watched that whole thing in like the last week before the finale, and then I was like, I watched the finale and it was just like, why'd I waste my last week?
So now I can just sit there and go, no, I'm not watching that at all. Well, you can leave whenever. I mean, it doesn't really.
Well, I mean,
we're still going for a bit.
We'll wrap up in like 5 minutes, and then because Justin will have to leave.
So
I gotta call for my boss.
Your boss.
So
making me work.
Much like the so much like our other two sessions we did with you, where we massaged you. Everything is awful. The stuff we make is also terrible, and that's pretty much it.
But because we say it's terrible, doesn't mean anybody else is allowed to say it's terrible.
Yeah.
We're gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
Fight me about it.
Alright, shithead. You been playing any good games?
Just Super Mario World. Or nope. Super Mario 3D World.
When's the last time you played an original game?
I played the Stanley Parable. That was pretty witty. I don't know. It's like Dear Esther or Amnesia Machine for Pigs, but not fucking awful. So
well, there's a new original game out. It's called Ash's Cricket.
I heard that game is fantastic.
Angela's Ashes.
Murder She Wrote. So, like, see, I don't want to. I don't want to hear about Ash's Cricket until PewDiePie does it, because then I'm gonna watch all 70 parts because he's my favorite YouTube celebrity. And like Kevin says, our friend, 16 million people can't be wrong.
They can't.
That actually it makes me very sad. I love feeling sad.
I don't like that you feel sad, Jarrett, unless you like it. But I mean, you're making me sad now.
Good.
Ugh.
Misery loves. You were playing some PS2 games. What were you playing? We were playing Rebel Assault 2. That was fun.
Lots for the PS1.
Or PS1. Sorry, I always mix up my PlayStations. It always gives me a hard time.
All four of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I still think there's only 3 of them.
I wish Sony said, "Hey, do you know how no one plays our handhelds?" And everyone's like, "Well, yeah, that's right." I wish they just stopped that or never did it completely and just focused on really good hardware and really good games. That would have been cool. Instead of just being like, well, no one else cares, so why should we?
Remote play, man. Come on. Remote play.
Listen,
there's like 3 games on the PS Vita worth having, so I might get like a Vita TV just because there's a couple, like they're super cheap. They're the same price as the Ouya.
The fuck is a Vita TV?
It's a fucking PS Vita, but you plug it into your TV and just use a DualShock 3 with it, and it plays Vita games. Oh. But it's $100 instead of $400. So it's like
that $100 can go to an Ouya.
Yeah, basically. So you can like buy Persona Gold or Persona 4 Golden and fucking play that because there's nothing else to play it on.
How is that shit?
That game's apparently really, really fucking good, and I would like to play it, but I don't have a fucking Vita, so...
How much is a Vita?
Like $350.
Ew, why was it so much?
Yeah,
Dude,
fucking crazy.
That much.
An XL at Target for Black Friday, you get it for like... They were selling for... some places were accidentally marking them down for $7 more. You can get it for $80.
Whoa.
Holy shit. You can get them for 165 here year round, but
I think the limit was 5, so some guy bought 5 of them. He's like, well,
Yeah, you just put that shit on eBay
for triple in like a week, because people are buying the the Zelda ones, man. Ugh, Zelda.
Hey, that new Zelda game is apparently good.
Yeah, too bad I don't like Zelda, especially the top-down ones. The only one I ever liked was Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, which is a weird thing to say for anybody, but I just don't like Zelda.
That is strange.
It's too simple, and like I like the first 3DS game I got was Ocarina of Time, the new one, or the remake or whatever, and I got past the Deku Tree, and I was like, well, like that game is utterly fueled by nostalgia. If you try and get into it now and you weren't into it as a kid, it's just not happening.
It's hard. I think that's true. I like Wind Waker. I think Wind Waker is a legitimately good game. And so I can't go back and play Ocarina. I can play Majora's Mask because I think it's better than Ocarina. But like Wind Waker is a legitimately good game that I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't play it. I've been playing it on Wii U. I think that's probably one of the best games that came out this year. Is a fucking remake of a game from GameCube.
Well, I think I'd rather play that because Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks live in that can. And then they came out with the canonized timelines, and they're so confusing.
Dude, Wind Waker is the sequel to Ocarina of Time. It's like 400 years later.
I don't like that whole. I don't like that. No, stop it. Everyone, Nintendo, stop it.
Well, I think they just kind of did it because they were like, "Oh, we gotta shut people up." Somehow.
Yeah, because they
also because it's like, who cares?
The Zelda. I've always liked the music, some of the best video game music out there, and I like the art style here and there and blah blah blah. But I just don't feel like playing that shit. I don't have time for that.
The Wind Waker art style is great because the characters are super expressive in a way that they aren't in any of the other Zelda games.
Even though they're all like chibi chibs.
Yeah, they're all like cel shaded, but like Link is actually expressive. And then in fucking Skyward Sword, the newest one, where they could maybe actually animate his face, he's just like.
Well, they made him look like most Zelda fans.
Yeah. So it was fucking.
Got him. Yeah.
You taught them. So I guess it's 9:30 there, so we need to wrap up because you got to leave. So. Thank you guys for coming back on the podcast. It was great. I think this is one of those.
A pleasure.
It's amazing.
This is one of the best episodes we've recorded lately. Definitely better than last week's.
Fucking sad.
Yeah, that's insulting to me.
Yeah.
That's insulting to me. I'm here every week.
Okay, you insult.
I've literally been here for every episode. I've never missed one.
Justin and Jarrett did something actually good.
Justin and Jarrett do good stuff frequently. I like everything, but your Let's Plays, because Let's Plays in general are bad.
Well, we try and pick the worst games in the world. I also didn't realize that a million other people have already done JFK Reloaded.
I didn't know that either, because I don't follow Let's Plays, but...
Well, no, I
don't know.
I looked up JFK Reloaded after we did it. I was just trying to find the video on like some other computer, and so I love watching myself.
And then PewDiePie did it and had like 14 million views, and you're like, oh.
It's good Jack material. Beating the bishop.
Jack pleasure, yeah.
What was it? Taking matters into your own hands.
Yeah. Well, I think our next episode is gonna be a Let's Play as well, but we're playing 5.
Oh no, it's funny.
We're playing 5 girly games for the PS1, but we're playing it with our Gabe Newell character guy.
Oh, that could potentially actually be good.
Yeah.
Ouch! Thank you. But,
I'm just, listen, I'm just saying, like, let's plays. Okay, here's the deal. I used to do Let's Plays. I don't like them because I don't know why I did Let's Plays. I was just like, I want to do shit on YouTube, so fucking let's do this.
We hate them too, and the only reason we do them is to show these horrific games. And the only reason we're doing the Gabe one because I always want to do the girly thing. But the thing about it's not Gabe. It's not him as Gabe Newell. It's just him as Bob. Bob McGrann's his name, and it's just him just reacting to all these girl games. But the thing is, the Gabe character is Bob. Like he says all those things in real life. Like
that's the way he is.
He just like we did not. That's just we asked him the actual question, and that's what he said. There was no like priming the pump on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just cut out our laughter.
Let's Plays are just kind of hard to do because like it's really personality driven, but you also have to really know the game in order to do it well.
Oh, we don't know the game, and we don't do it well. That's why it's great.
Oh, we were drunk as shit. Like, we were eating pizza all over ourselves. It's awful.
We were eating awful.
That sounds like a few streams that I did in the last few months. Okay, we should actually wrap this up since Justin has a meeting to go to and then Jarrett has work to do for money.
Justin's gonna be so busy at his meeting.
Work.
Meeting? Yeah. Are you just gonna get drunk and beat up hookers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's more productive than what we're doing here. So, thank you guys for watching the 40th episode of the Dapper Gaming Podcast for December 1st. I've been Ryan.
Invite us on the 50th one.
It's gonna happen now. You're obligated to come back now. You're done.
That's right.
In 10 weeks, it'll be right. It'll be like 2 weeks after our 1 year anniversary, actually.
Good luck making 9 more episodes.
9 more episodes.
Yeah.
So
crawling back.
Thank you guys, and he's been Tyler. They've been Justin and Jarrett. They're our favorite guests because without them, we probably wouldn't still be doing this podcast.
Oh, you poor son! Wow, really?
Dude, no, you don't understand. Okay, so a lot of people ask me, like, pretty frequently how we have so few subs yet have like all these people on as guests, like Scarfulu and like Dex the Swede, Batman Reviews, Cat Icarus, and like all of these people.
All these.
And okay, well, there's other people that have been on as well, but it's like if it wasn't for Justin and Jarrett, I wouldn't have been ever introduced to James, and then I wouldn't have been introduced to all these other people that we've had on as guests. And so it's like,
I'm so sorry.
Maybe like the last 8 weeks, we've been probably producing the best like work in the podcast that we've ever done, and it's pretty much just because we used our connection with Justin and Jarrett, because Justin phoned me on Skype one day. So
hello,
I'm just really thankful that, you know, there's this connection, that we know you. You're like probably some of the best people I know from the internet.
I like you guys so much that I'm gonna let you know where I'm going next. I'm going to the shitter. I'm gonna take a big old dump.
Well, thanks for that information. And I guess we're wrapped. Good night.
Wrapped in toilet paper.
Yup.
There we go.
There he goes.
There he goes.